Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger. And my friends, today we're talking Street Fighter 6, and specifically we're talking about the systems that Street Fighter 6 is launching on. We know it's launching on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and of course on PC. The one issue though is one of those systems has kind of been MIA since the start. So the trailer you're watching right now we have in the background here is B-roll. This is the original first proper trailer for Street Fighter 6, right? And if we fast forward all the way to the end, we can see all the systems the game is going to launch on at the planned early stage here of the game, the first ever trailer. And we see PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam PC. Now let's move forward in time to the most recent trailer. So this is the trailer that showed us Zangief, Lily, and Cammy. And once again, let's fast forward to the end here. What systems is it going to show us? And this is the trailer that was really shown on the PlayStation YouTube channel. So it's only going to show Sony systems, but still, in the end, we see, okay, here's PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. But here's the issue. Have you ever seen the PS4 version of Street Fighter 6? Because I sure haven't, and I don't think anybody has. We've seen the PlayStation 5 version, we've seen the PC version, and we've seen the Xbox's Series S and X versions, but we've never seen the PlayStation 4 version of the game, and that makes me a little bit worried. Like, let's rewind time back to the betas, both betas. They were for almost every system. You could play them for Xbox Series S and X, you could play it on PC, and you could play it on PlayStation 5. That's what I played the betas on. And at no point are you allowed to play the betas on PlayStation 4. Come Street Fighter 6's launch, hey, it's tournament season, right? So what about the big tournaments? Well, if we look at EVO, the biggest of all the big tournaments, Street Fighter 6 will be played on the PlayStation 5. And inherently, that's harmless, right? Okay, we want to play it on the strongest system. And of course, we'd want to do that for every single game at EVO, right? Except, well, no. Every other game, every single other main stage game at EVO is played on the PlayStation 4. Even the games that have native PS5 versions like Guilty Gear Strive and King of Fighters 15, they will still be played on PS4. The only reason you will find a PS5 at EVO is to play Street Fighter 6. And much the same for CEO 2023, which is the first big major to play Street Fighter 6. Also, Street Fighter 6 there will only be on the PlayStation 5 version of the game. And heck, even the little things, like the second playable beta added a feature. If you have a monitor that can support it, you can play Street Fighter 6 at 120 FPS, 120 Hz. This will work on both Xbox systems, so it'll work on PlayStation 5, and you'll notice PlayStation 4 is just not mentioned at all. So it brings up the question, all this, and the fact that we've never seen the PS4 version of Street Fighter 6 at all, is something wrong? Is something up? What's going on here? Can they not get the frame rate up to 60 FPS? Is there problems with like online because they didn't want it to have crossplay with all the other platforms during both of the betas? Is something wrong? Does it desync, or does it not have the juice, the power to do whatever implementation of rollback netcode they have correctly? Maybe that's just fear mongering. I don't know. But the fact is, we've seen every possible system you can play the game on except for one. And frankly, the single most important one. The PlayStation 4 version, all things being equal, would more than likely be the single biggest seller, right? The PlayStation 4 install base is kind of big. It almost makes me wonder if potentially they would drop the PS4 version of the game entirely. And I know you're thinking, okay, well, that you can't do that. It's been announced, you know? You just can't drop it. But my friends, it's been done, and it's been done by even bigger fighting games. This is what exactly Mortal Kombat X went on to famously do. So Mortal Kombat X, you well know probably, it's on PS4 and Xbox One, but originally it was also supposed to be on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and they canceled those versions of the game. Long advertised, but in the end, they just couldn't make it go, so instead of lowering the overall quality of the product, they just scrapped those versions of the game. And we know other games as well upcoming in the FGC are doing the same in that they're only targeting next-gen systems. How about a game like Tekken 8? So Tekken 8 is only targeting next gen. They are not bothering with a PlayStation 4 version of the game. Tekken 8 will only be on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. That's it. That's all. And honestly, the Xbox Series S version, I probably wouldn't want to go near that one myself. So yeah, makes you think. Street Fighter 6 is a very good looking game, at least on the versions that are shown. I've seen it on PC, I've seen it on PlayStation 5, and the games look absolutely fantastic in 4K. And maybe it doesn't look as fantastic on the PS4 build, and that's why we haven't seen it just yet. So as far as anything concrete, I honestly don't know at all. What I'm doing here is just raising a question for what is nominally the most important build of the game. Why haven't we seen it at least even once? I know you want to put your best foot forward and therefore show the fancier versions of the game, so PC builds, PlayStation 5 builds, but still, to never show it now in almost a year we've been seeing Street Fighter 6 footage, it's definitely kinda odd, especially now because we're only a few months away from launch. So now, all that said, I would love to know your opinion on the matter. Is something up, or maybe things are just chugging along and they're just waiting for the right moment? Who knows? So post it in the comments below, and otherwise, we're at the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.